Welcome to Christian Warrior Training. My name is Keith. In this episode, we're going to talk about an active shooter that shot up a church's school or Christian school back in Nashville. We kind of remember it. The suspect was Audrey Hale. We're just going to debrief that just for a minute. Today, a conservative commentator obtained a note written by the suspect that was found at the scene of the crime, and the contents are a little bit startling if you're not used to seeing that stuff. And she laid out kind of what was on her mind that day before she went and tried to kill a school full of kids. It's super important for you to know what was written in there so that you understand the mindset of these people that are trying to do harm to you and your people in your church. Before we start, I'm going to be really limited because of YouTube policies about what I can say. You want to know everything? I'm going to go write an article at Christian Warrior Training. If you go to www.christianwarriortraining.com, I'll put the link down there so you can just click it and go straight there. I'm going to put a link to where you can go see the article I hope to have up tonight. It might be up tomorrow, where I can be free to say certain words that I'm not censored and prohibited from saying certain things. I'll put pictures up there so you can use them in training and share it with your flock and let them know that these type of people are out there. I also want to let you know that I have free training. Now, if you're not Christian and you just popped up on this channel, it's okay. You're welcome to come here. If you're a concealed carrier or what have you, free training. Go to courses.christianwarriortraining.com. I am leaving it all for free. I don't want to earn any money, but there is some upkeep. If you want to support what I'm doing, the best way to support me, only if you can afford it. If you can't, don't. If you do a paid subscription to the newsletter, then that helps me, the yearly one, monthly, whatever you want to do. That helps me pay for the upkeep. It helps me pay for people to help me film and do some other stuff. It helps go a long way. Otherwise, I'll incur the costs. It's all good. I just want to make sure that we train our people completely free, no gimmicks. It's just one Christian helping another follower of Christ. All right. With that said, let's go into as depth as I can because of YouTube and their censorship, but you can get the unredacted version over at christianwarriortraining.com. All right. Just as a refresher, Audrey Hale was assigned female at birth, but used the pronouns he, him. Side note, all of us Christians know we can go back to Genesis and see that there was male and female, fashioned after the image of God. It's clearly written. We know there's only two genders, no matter what everybody says right now. So obviously there was some mental illness. She was being seen for some mental health issues. She did have some guns. I was a cop for 30 years in the most restrictive state in America, in California. Gun laws are not going to keep people that have mental illness from getting a gun or from doing their harm. If they can't get a gun, they're going to use their car. They're going to use a knife. They're going to do whatever. Okay. They're going to do it no matter what. She went to a school in Nashville, a Christian school, entered, started shooting. Officer arrived on scene, ended out shooting her right away. Officer, on a side note, did a wonderful job. I know you guys don't notice things like this, but when I watched the video, clearly I can see he was using his own rifle. It was not a department rifle. Easily, he had $3,000 into that gun because he took his job seriously. I have no doubt that his wife probably hammered him about buying that gun. You know, he at the end of the day, he went home with that rifle and went, "Yeah, baby, look, it was worth all that money." So a lot of you, I've had conversations with several of you, have emailed me, people at my own church, about you got to spend money, the best money that you can to buy the best firearm you can. It's for this day. Statistically, the chances of a critical incident occurring at your church is minimal. However, when you look at the numbers of people that watch my videos and the numbers of people that look at my newsletter, it is going to happen to one of you. Is it going to happen to you, or is it going to happen to the other person watching this show? You don't know. So you're going to keep preparing for that day. Now, let's talk about the note that the suspect, Audrey Hale, left. She was assigned a female at birth, so I'm going to keep saying she. She left a note. I can't say the S word on YouTube, but people that often want to end it leave a note that's called a note, right? Starts with an S, ends with an E. It's a note. If I say it out, I'm afraid that I'm going to get a strike, and I would like this channel to thrive. So we're not going to say it. I'm going to show you, I'm not going to say the words, a majority of the words that are in the note, because they're obscene, they're harmful, and I most definitely will get a strike if I start reading it. I am going to have the original note, though, if you want it, the pictures of it. I'm going to put at christianwarriortraining.com, put the W's in front of it, www.christianwarriortraining.com. I'll have all the pictures up there and everything, so you can go back and you can read it. I suggest that you pass it around to your safety team and let everybody read it so you can know that there are these people that want to do harm to you. Okay. On YouTube, and a lot of commentators, the news, I'm seeing the mainstream news talk about this note. They're calling it a manifesto. It is not a manifesto. I have seen so many of these notes over my career. I don't ever want to see another body in my life. I've seen enough. With that said, it is like I don't want to say every other note, but it is similar to all the other notes left by people that have harmed themselves. All right. So if you look at the first page, kill those kids, those crackers, going to private fancy schools with those fancy khakis and sports backpacks, daddy's Mustangs and convertibles. And then you can see some expletives there. She goes on to say that she wants to harm them, that she wants to end them. Goes on with some racist expletives, which is kind of funny because she's Caucasian in saying these things. But you can see it's very, like you're reading it right now on the screen, you can see it's very left leaning, right? And a lot of people want, active shooters are just, all of them are ill, to be honest. So you can see the dates on there. She wrote, drew a little gun on there. Today, she puts in there death day. Today is the day. It's finally come. I can't believe it's here. Don't know how I was able to get this far, but here I am. I'm a little nervous, but excited too. Been excited for the past 2 weeks. There were several times I could have been caught, especially in the summer of 21. None of that matters now. I'm almost an hour and 7 minutes away. I can't believe I'm doing this, but I'm ready. I hope my victims aren't. My question here for you is, are you ready? Are you personally ready? Again, statistically, there are so many people watching these videos that it's going to happen to, something bad is going to happen to one of you. Is it going to be you or somebody else? I can't believe I'm doing this, but I'm ready. I hope my victims aren't. My only fear is if anything goes wrong, I'll do my best. She does say a little, I wouldn't say it's a prayer, but she writes in there, God, let my wrath take over my anxiety. She went to this school at one time. And one of the things I keep talking about in active shooter is that the insider threat is the bigger threat than the outsider threat. And this is an insider threat. Although she's coming back years later after leaving that school, it's still considered an insider threat. She continues on. It might be 10 minutes tops. It might be 3 to 7. It's going to go quick. I hope I have a high count. I can't put the D word in there, but you can read that. You're seeing it. Again, we're going to go to the third page. Again, are you ready for what's coming to you? Because this is only going to get worse. And then you can see here, this is the schedule for her, what she says is death day. 7 a.m. get dressed. 7:05 to 8:55. She's got something about her stuffed animals and possessions. Eat breakfast at home. Pick up special belongings and backpacks. Test the knife in the car glass breaker. Leave for the Royal Range. So she probably shot before she came up. Gear up and set up guns in the trunk. Assemble and get out vest with the mags inside. At 11:20, make a final videotape. 11:35, leave for Covenant School. 12 p.m., arrive at Covenant. Check parking lot for security. They're looking for you. I've always said the problem is going to occur in the parking lot. So if you have good surveillance in the parking lot, good security in the parking lot, you'll see threats before they come in. Guaranteed, this freak show would have got your attention and you would have been looking. 12:05, arrive in designated parking space. 12:05, 12:10, prepare for attack. Lock and load all weapons. 12:33, open fire. Super important information in there to show they're worried about security. They're looking for you. Insider threat. They're going to drive around looking for you to make sure you're there. It kind of gives you an idea of how it's going to go down for you if it were to go down. My suggestion to you, take all that free training. I'm going to keep doing training sessions. If stuff comes up, like right now, what I'm working on is clearing stairwells. I'm working on a video right now on how to clear stairwells. After that, it's how to contact cars in a parking lot. Exactly like what we're talking here, where you see a person in their trunk and they look like a freak show, and your gut feeling is they're not supposed to be here, and you want to go make contact with them. We're going to talk to you about how to make contact there. I've already written an article on how to do that. And so if you get my weekly newsletter, ChristianWarriorTraining.com, you'll see all of these training tips come up before I even make a video. I get great tips from you guys. Somebody sent me the best tip ever saying, can you do a training for our greeters and for our parking lot attendants? Yes, that's a great idea. I didn't think of it. So I'm going to do that. And I'm putting it together right now. It's in the queue. And again, all free. If you want to support me, do me a favor, head over to www.christianwarriortraining.com. Only if you can afford it. I'm not in this for the money. The money that you guys put in, I'm putting right back for the upkeep, to make videos, to keep the website up and keep it running. If no money comes in, I don't care. I'll pay for it myself. It's all good. I want your people to be able to pray in peace. And I feel that God sent me here, or sent me on this path to help protect churches. And that's what I'm going to do. So that's all I've got for now. Do me a favor. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit follow, hit the alarm notification bell. There's a lot of people that watch my videos that don't actually follow me. It helps if you hit the like button and the follow button. It helps other people know that this is important, and it helps me get more views and get my word out to more Christians that need to see this. Leave a note in the comments. Let me know what you have to think. I really appreciate it. That's all I've got for now. Remember your ABCs. Always be caring.